What's going on, guys? This is Pete with Aerobeez.com. Welcome to beautiful Apollo Field here in Van Nuys, California. We have the flight review today, and we're going to go through a couple of things and pointers with the extremely popular and really new to all of us, what we call the EPP skinned hybrid planes on the market. These two are the Aerobeez Extra330s. We just got these in stock not too long ago, and these have quickly become one of my most favorite aerobatic type and 3D airplanes to fly. We're going to talk a little bit about what this airplane is all about, and a couple of pointers as well as I was talking about. First of all, we're all used to the airplanes that we purchase from different manufacturers that are covered with covering such as monocoat or Oracoat or Ultracoat. What this is a solid wood understructure inside of the fuselage and inside of the wing with a foam core wing, and it utilizes a lot of the same benefits as a wood built-up frame, but it is now covered with EPP skin. And for those that don't know about EPP, it's a very resilient, very light and flexible foam. So this takes the hybrid technology where we're mixing the foam industry with the wood built-up industry into the next level. Those of us that are proficient and know about the different size airplanes on the market, these are in the 48-inch category, and the things that about this airplane that really stands out is the performance. You could sport fly it all day long, you could 3D fly it, you can fly really nice scale lines with it, and the performance is, to me, it's just amazing all across the board. For today, we actually have myself and our team pilot, Santiago Perez, that will be doing the flying. We wanted to show you a couple of different setup options, especially if you live in a predominantly more windy area. The red one, or red-orange one we have here, this is on 4-cell power, and then the green one here is on 3-cell. So you can choose to fly it two different ways. Both ways, you can tell it's a little windy. Both ways, it still comes in, they come in extremely light. A couple of pointers that I want to talk about is, first of all, if you pick one of these up, this is called an ARF. What you get included in the kit is everything to get it completed without the electronics. You need to provide the motor, the speed control, battery, and the radio gear. The general size for the servos on this airplane is in the micro category, so it's basically your run-of-the-mill, like the 9-gram servo size. We have them both outfitted with high-tech HS65s. I don't see a real need to go to metal gear servos, but of course that's a personal preference. We've actually kept this airplane and this airplane extremely on the cost-efficient side. Both of them are equipped with Turnigy aerodrive motors, very inexpensive, Turnigy speed controls as well, and we've opted to go with high-tech just because it's a little bit more of a rest assurance kind of a thing, because we're all familiar with high-tech servos and their quality. Included with this kit are the extended arms that are mounted onto your direct servo arms on your stock horns. So they are included, and they are the longer arms depending on how you choose to fly it. What we've noticed with this particular airplane is the elevator authority. When we pull up elevator on this airplane, we're getting almost 90 degrees of deflection. However, you think, oh man, you know, on a regular airplane, something like that, it would really stall the tail. It'll stall out. And what we've noticed is this airplane has a completely different flight envelope and flight character. You could be on the downline, throttle back, and pull back on the elevator stick, and that tail just basically squats down into a Harrier or into a hover. A lot of really nice features on this airplane, and one of them is the fact that the entire flight envelope has been expanded to meet all of our flying needs. With the durability, so this takes the learning curve to the next level. If you choose to, you know, learn your 3D, hone your 3D skills with it, this is a really nice vehicle. EPP foam is completely safe to CA, which is basically super glue. So you can choose to use super glue if you have any minor repairs or anything like that. And then what I actually been using is a glue called Foam Tack. Foam Tack is available at your local hardware store or at your local hobby store, and it's pretty similar to what's called welders, and it adheres really well to EPP, and it's still flexible. I have yet to really repair any of these. These do all come with carbon landing gears, and wheels with wheel pants. They're EPP wheel pants. If you're flying on thicker grass, I would suggest you take the wheel pants off. However, with anything with smaller wheels like this in the 48-inch category, you're really not going to want to land on any kind of thick grass. It will wipe the gears out, and that's the same with many of the larger, this size genre of 3D airplanes. With this, we kind of just either take off by letting it go, or we catch it if we're on thicker grass. Otherwise, asphalt pavement, rough surfaces, light ball field grass, they all work out just fine. The main wing is in two parts with a carbon rod. They are removable. The wings are actually held together in the center by included little round rubber O-rings or rubber bands. And what I found with that is you don't have to stress out if you actually lose the rubber bands or the rubber bands break. All you basically need is a zip tie right in between. They're on two C hooks. You zip tie it and fly it. When you need to detach it, cut the zip tie. Or you can just use regular number 64 rubber bands. Just double them up over and then just hang them right in there, and you're pretty much set to go here. This ARF kit is ready for your final assembly. The horns, everything are included. They are ball ends on there, so that keeps it extremely rigid, and as far as slop is concerned, it takes a lot of that away. And today we're just pretty much going to have some fun in the wind. Real quick, side force generators do come off, and Aerobeez, we do carry all of the spare parts for it. On the green one, we're flying 13.65 on 3-cell, and on the orange red one, we're flying 12.6 APC-E on a 4S2200. Again, this is taking the hybrid category and introducing it to all of you that don't really understand what it's going on with this category. A lot of you have been asking questions, and we will have a box review coming up soon to show you more in detail of what's going on. Parts are removable, parts are replaceable. This is about taking the industry to the next level and having fun. My name is Pete. Santiago and I will see you on the runway.
But at some point, if you really enjoy the hobby, if you really enjoy it, yeah, I think they're allowed to do that. Yeah, do that every hour. I knew they were going to come out. I knew it. Thank God that guy was good talk to him. I love when they come out. Wait, you get the script of the plane? White. I told you. Oh, it must have been. Oh, that guy. Oh, is that guy? Yeah, right. Go stand out there. That'll cool like all of them. All they do is show up.
And that is your flight review of the 48-inch Extra330 from Aerobeez. These models are extremely rare, and these are exclusive to only Aerobeez in these two schemes here. As we've shown you here in the two different flights, we flew one in a really generally small area, and then we flew one over the main runway. And as you can see right here, this is a little bit different of a wrap up here because we've got our team pilot Santiago Perez right here doing a little bit of background flying for you right behind me. I don't suggest you all do this at home. Santiago is a professional pilot, as you can see, and this is Santiago Perez, our Team Aerobeez pilot. Like us on Facebook, follow us on Instagram. We love interacting with you on all the social networks. And again, these planes perform great. 4S setup, no flutter in the surfaces at all because they are included with the trailing edge carbon. And then the 3S setup just flies really nice in a small confined area. My name is Pete. Thank you all for checking out this flight review. And with that, we are going to call this a wrap. Pete, Santiago, we'll see you next time.